stops.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff Thomason and welcome to this week's episode of Predator Pursuit. This week I've got Jason Clark from Sig Sauer Electro-Optics coming into town. We're going to be chasing antelope and predators. It's going to be an awesome show.
Sig Sauer Electro-Optics, we manufacture rifle scopes, red dots, reflex sights, laser rangefinders, and a multitude of firearms accessories and products out of our Wilsonville facility in Oregon.
So Jason was able to fly in the day before opening day, and we were able to hop in the truck right before dark, drive around the ranch, do a little scouting, and just show him what all this ranch had to offer.
It's great to be here. Excited to be in Texas. We're going to go to have a big steak dinner in a minute and then head off in the morning and hopefully shoot some antelope. So this is the Sierra 3 BDX 6.5 to 20 power, a rifle scope with a digital display built in, and what makes it special is the fact that it's able to communicate with a laser rangefinder. When we range a target, it takes onboard applied ballistics and it communicates a ballistic solution into the reticle and displays a holdover dot.
So for all y'all that want to know what he just said, basically I'm going to range something, a dot's going to show up in there, you put the dot on the target and it's dead. "99 yards. Perfect, right on the bull.
Well, I call that zeroed, so we're gonna go try and get on some antelope this morning.
Well, this year is gonna be quite a bit different from the previous years that we've hunted out here, and they're in a really bad drought right now. They haven't had any rain all year long, so everything is dry, there's no grass, everything's dead, so what little bit of cover they do have out here is just gone. So that's gonna make it really tough on us stalking these antelope and getting in close. A couple of them, they're working out into this big field. I'll try to cut them off. All right, Jason, that's him in the back. He's walking right to left. He's 180.
Got it.
If he'll stop walking, he's getting...
Walking straight away from me.
He's walking straight away. He's getting a little bit too far now. Let's just let him go. We know where he's staying, at least in the area. If we don't get him this evening, we got a good shot. Yeah, we got a good shot tomorrow. So day one was a really good day overall. We were able to get on some pretty decent antelope. Some of the stalks didn't work out like we wanted them to, but that just left us excited for day two.
We've probably seen 100 antelope today, so it's been pretty good. Of those, we've narrowed in on about 3 pretty good ones we like. We chased one all over the place and he got away from us, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Well, day two, it looks like the wind is finally going to lay out here in West Texas, and we decided we were just going to take advantage of it. Instead of chasing antelope, we're going to start the morning off calling a few coyotes.
We set up the call. We got perched up on the edge of the hillside. The call starts going, and almost immediately we're getting responses. I mean, there's howling going on. I'm getting pretty pumped. Suddenly, off to my right, which is in my field of view, a coyote comes out, and I get a little excited about it, move the tripod, and spook him. You know, this is our first stand. I learned a lot. Can't wait to get on to the next one.
Well, almost immediately on the second stand of the morning, I look over and we've got a coyote sitting out there about 300 yards. I can tell by the way he's acting, something's not really right. Finally, after a little bit of time, I realized he can actually see our truck where it was parked. So he wasn't really going to cooperate, and after a few minutes, I just kind of gave up on him. Lucky enough for me, I look over to the right just in time to see a coyote pop over the hill, looking right at us. Well, that's not a bad morning of coyote hunting right there. We had 2 stands, called in 3 coyotes. Clay John was able to take one of them. That's just a really good way to start off. Now this one, he popped up. We were actually watching another coyote that was to our left, and that coyote could see our trucks, and he never would commit. He just sat there, and he had us busted from the get-go. And as soon as I gave up on that one, he started leaving. I happened to turn and look, and this one went boop, popped up right over the top. And you were just laying there prone. I mean, already facing right at him. It couldn't have worked out any better. We let him sit there for a long time just to see if he would commit, yeah, and come this way, or if he was going to go this way, he was going to get our wind. But he just said, nope, turned and went straight away, and he dropped him. Got a pretty big group of antelope, and I'm about 99% sure that's the buck we left last night. We're a mile and a half from where he was. I think it's him, but they're making their way across, so there's only one strip of trees. I mean, if we go at him, there's no way we're gonna kill him.
Yeah, possible.
So if we back off and hit this tree line as they're making their way, I think we can maneuver and get wherever we need to get. Hopefully they'll come right to us. Still angling. Patience is the name of the game on this thing. If we spook them,
then it's a chase for a
while.
while. It's over.
Yeah. Let's just kind of camp out and see what happens. They're still moving this way, so we're just gonna back up and get behind this dam and try to get upwind of them so they can't smell us. I'm hoping if they come out in this field, we're gonna be in good shape. Well, we got about as close as we can get to them, but the heat waves are just killing us. So I can't, there's 3 bucks in there and I want to make sure we get the right one. Some of them are bedded and they get up and they bed, and I'm just not comfortable doing it right now. So we're just gonna back out and come back.
This week's tip of the week is brought to you by nighthuntingdepot.com, your one-stop shop for all your night hunting needs.
Hello, I'm Jason Clark, and these are the Zulu 6 image-stabilized binoculars from Sig Sauer. Image-stabilized binoculars, unlike traditional binoculars, have an electronic gimbal inside which helps stabilize the visible image. If you've ever used traditional binoculars and tried to read a sign at a great distance, you'll notice that vibrations or movement of your body makes that really difficult. The way we've addressed this with image stabilization is to use a gimbal very much like a tripod or an advanced camera would use to hold the optical elements stable within the binocular. I can take the binoculars, I can read objects at great distance, and when I look through them, the image appears extremely stable. The Zulu 6 will be available in early 2021 at a retailer near you.
He looks pretty good. Like I said, he's 600 yards away. We got a whole bunch of mirage, but from here he looks good. The only thing we can do is get out and walk and get closer and get a better look. He just laid down right out there all by himself, which is a blessing. Yeah, I like it. I mean, let's go get a better look at him at least. He's still there. So where this buck laid down, we caught a break on this one. We had a large dirt tank in between us and him, and had some brush on it, had a large dam. So we were able to get behind the dam, close the distance on him, and sure enough, once we got to that dam, we should be within about 200 yards. The only issue we're gonna have there is all the cows that are at the water hole. Hopefully they don't give away our position, but we gotta make a shot at it. These cows start moving, we're gonna make a move and get up here on top and get set up. So the problem was when this antelope got up and decided he was gonna come and get a drink at the pond, all that brush that was working in our favor for the stalk, it's now working against us. We're not able to get a shot, it's blocking shots, there's cows back in the background, and it's just one of those things where the camera can't be on him, the gun can't be on him, we're just having a hard time. We're struggling getting a clear shot at this antelope. That was pretty intense.
Wait till you see this footage. He was
oh no.
70 yards. It was an awesome stalk. I mean, that was one of the best stalks I've ever had, ever, on anything.
That was fun.
It was real fun.
I thought it was gonna happen.
I did too. I was
It's like roller coaster. Like, good thing is he's not the only antelope out here. So we had a few really close calls on day 2. We weren't able to make it happen. So now our backs are against the wall. Day number 3, we've only got a half a day left. We're gonna have to get a little bit more aggressive and go after these antelope. Well, we're getting down to the wire here on day number 3, the last few hours of our hunt, and we're cruising along, and it's an area we've been through already 4 or 5 times that morning, and sure enough, out of nowhere, we look over and there's another group of antelope out there, and what looks to be a pretty nice buck just laying down out there. So we're gonna pull out the binos and just see what we got.
Pulled over immediately, double checked the glass, binos, made sure everything looked good, and like, we're gonna try to make a move on this guy.
He's not far. He's only a little over 200 yards. I mean, if we just walk just a little bit out there. The good thing is he's by himself, and the does are over here. So if he does go anywhere, he should go with them.
Okay.
Most of the
sneaking
time.
up this brush here?
Yeah, let's just go right there. We're good. He's looking the other way right now. So you good to go? Yep. Everything's ready? All right, let's go. He's just walking to the right.
Yep. I'm waiting for him to clear some brush. I almost have a shot.
Let me get steady when he stops. He's walking back towards those does, so just be ready. Hang on, sorry. Gonna have to move. Here, move.
Nope, not good.
Hang on. Everybody good?
Yep, I'm good.
Let me pick his head up. Okay, whenever you're ready. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Thank you very
job,
much.
Bud.
Whew.
Holy smokes.
Whack. God, that was awesome.
We have been all over the country chasing these guys. I don't know how many stalks we've done.
Yep, last day, of
bunch.
course.
Wait,
Looking at the watch like,
I'm not gonna lie. I made you pass up a lot of antelope, but that's the one we've been chasing
you
for the last
made me
couple
work
days.
hard for that, so.
He was typically those big bucks like that. They do that. They'll lay down off to the side, you know, and just kind of keep an eye on all the does. Don't let them get too far. The does get off, they'll jump up and go handle it. But good shot, man.
Thank you
Let's
very
go check
much.
him out.
Good
Nice
guide,
job.
yeah.
So finally, after 3 days of chasing these guys, this one finally made a mistake, and Jason was able to put a perfect shot on him, dropped him right in his tracks, and man, I couldn't be happier. It was just an awesome antelope. We've killed a bunch of antelope out here, and that right there is about as good as they get.
Yeah.
I know I ran you through the ringer looking these things over, but that's what I was saying, the patience pays off. You know, we were looking.
You're right.
I mean, he's got everything. Perfect heart shape.
Yep.
Really nice prongs.
Way above the ears.
You remember
Yep.
that? I told you want that prong to start above the ear. I
Yep.
mean, he is
Substantially
way
above.
above. You can tell he's an old guy. He's got that real dark face. I mean, just a really good cape on him. But I'll tell you, man, I mean, this week it's been kind of a tough hunt. You know, usually we see more antelope than this, but it has been super dry. I mean, you can tell. I mean, it's just, there's no grass and it's just dusty and it's just been tough. But we put in the time, man. Everything worked great. I mean, we always talk about it after we shoot the animal, but I've been running the Oscar spot and scope. And then
CR3's been perfect.
you were shooting, this is the Recon tripod with Kopiager saddle on top. That was shooting the Hornady, the 143 grain, the
LDX,
6.5 PR, yeah, 6.5 PRC, and can't ask for anything better than that, man. A couple of good days chasing these guys, and it all worked out in the end. Everybody did their job, and it worked out
this
good.
field's been pretty challenging, not a lot of cover, so
It's
we're
tough.
lucky we got lucky.
It was not a gimme, but you did good, man.
Thank you.
Good job. Congrats.
I appreciate it. Thanks, buddy.
Texas has been awesome. This hunt was fantastic. I'm so lucky to have had the opportunity. Beautiful ranch, great people, good friends, great animal. This is gonna be a good time to remember.
Well, we had another great week out here chasing antelope. Jason Clark from Sig Sauer Electro-Optics. I was so glad he was able to come down. He brought some really cool new products with him for us to play around with. We put them through the ringer, and he was able to take a great antelope. We threw in a handful of coyotes as well, so overall, a really great week of hunting. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll see you again next week.